Welcome, one and all, to the future of news. Bitcoin is here now when the dollar is through. Start stacking those sats and make it habitual. We all deserve to be sovereign individuals. Time to hear from Sean and get our fix of the day. Get on the standard now because
this is the way.
We were meant for this moment since the day we were born. Now sit back and enjoy. It's good day, Bitcoin.
Good morning. Rumors are circulating Elon Musk is selling all his Bitcoin. Tesla has moved $760 million of Bitcoin over the last 24 hours. Elon is certainly paying attention. Next, Bitcoin is the 10th largest asset by market cap. Volatility is back. We're pushing up against $68,000 this morning. Donald Trump's deceptive crypto token flops hard. We have Standard Charter. They're calling for a new all-time high before the election. Others predicting $225,000 by Q1 2025. Interesting, Italy is raising capital gains tax on Bitcoin from 26 all the way to 42%. And if you are a legend stacking sats, please hit subscribe because you will get the news with the fast facts. Let's dive straight in. Vivek, Tesla's moved over $760 million worth of Bitcoin and now has zero Bitcoin. Elon Musk sold it all. He's put the clown emoji up there. Elon Musk, it's not quite true. Tesla, they are holding $6.64 worth of Bitcoin. But good news, bullish Bitcoin, it is now the 10th among all assets by market cap with a valuation of $1.317 trillion. Cointelegraph posting that there. Little bit of a reminder, you don't go long, you don't go short, you just buy, stack, and chill, or perpetually long is probably a better way, but don't go leverage. We saw the other day, Bitcoin came up and then started to go into a mega candle, God candle mode, $500 million sell. People get wrecked and it's climbed back up there. I did notice as well, Gareth Soloway has put on a short at $68,000. The last short he didn't work out too well. Never bet against Bitcoin. We are going up and to the right. So Tesla, they've moved 225 million of Bitcoin for the first time in 2 years. They did it in pretty quick, within half an hour, $250 million move. They did go on and ended up doing $760 million of Bitcoin today. Pierre Richard, interesting take here. I'm guessing Elon Musk is going to use the Bitcoin as collateral to borrow. What he's referring to, New York, July 27, 2024, Cantor Fitzgerald, a leading global financial service firm, today announced plans to launch a Bitcoin financing business to provide leverage to investors who hold Bitcoin. The firm will launch with $2 billion in initial financing and will continue to substantially grow the operation. Cantor Fitzgerald, they arranges and finances vast amounts of securities and commodities. And as a strong supporter of Bitcoin, will now build an incredible platform to support Bitcoin investors' financing needs. Interesting take. It's another rumor, but let's dive into it a little bit more here on CoinDesk this morning. Is Elon Musk selling Bitcoin? Tesla, they transferred all 760 million of its Bitcoin to unknown wallets. On-chain data shows wallets associated with Elon Musk's electric car company have been emptied. The funds, they moved to an unknown wallet. Tesla is the fourth biggest Bitcoin holder among public companies, or potentially they were. We don't know what's going on at this stage. But wallets associated with the electric car manufacturer on Tuesday moved more than 11,500 Bitcoin to wallets whose ownership is unknown, according to crypto firm Arkham Intelligence. Tesla wallets only retained about $6.65 worth of Bitcoin, essentially nothing. Tesla is the fourth, or they were the fourth biggest holder, we don't know yet, of Bitcoin among publicly traded companies per Bitcoin Treasury's data. Only software company MicroStrategy and Bitcoin mining firms Mara and Riot platforms have larger stockpiles. Remember that space Elon Musk jumped in? There's Preston Pish there, Kathy Wood, and a couple of other big players, and Elon comes in, no, it's Bitcoin space, and they start to talk to him about Bitcoin. He's like, really don't pay any attention to that. And I'm paraphrasing a little bit. But clearly, Elon Musk is paying attention to Bitcoin. Another area where we can see that he's trolling us is when he took the emoji off the hashtag on X. He's definitely paying attention. Good or bad, at this stage, we do not know. But Tesla, originally they bought 1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin February 2021, and at some point owned as much as 2.5 billion worth, according to Arkham data. However, the firm sold 75% of its holdings. You don't sell Bitcoin, Elon. Sorry, man. When Arkham Intelligence added the car maker's Bitcoin wallet tracking feature to its dashboard, hold about 11,509 Bitcoin worth roughly 770 million. Musk had also previously announced back when Tesla first acquired its stash, the company would soon accept Bitcoin payments, but the plans would drop shortly after due to environmental concerns. Elon then went on to say when Bitcoin's hash rate is over 50% renewable energy, at the moment 54 or 56 last time I checked. So maybe Tesla is looking to do something interesting. Maybe they're not. We'll see if he's a man of his word or not. But Standard Charter, just in, 800 billion Standard Charter says Bitcoin could hit a new all-time high before the US election. Very possible. We are on a bit of a tear. This morning we were like $40 odd away from getting $68,000 when I was doing the research this morning. And just really quickly, shout out to all the legends stacking sats, making themselves legends. People that are buying Bitcoin now are going to change the world for the better. You are the new elite. Well done. I understand the volatility. It's about to get so much more exciting, hectic, scary, however you want to phrase it. But if you can just write it out, you are the new elite. Welcome to the world's hardest money. It is number go up technology. It's freedom technology, sovereign technology. But Cointelegraph, Bitcoin, it could hit 233K by Q1 2025, says the new RSI analyst predicting a bull run similar to past market peaks. Maybe, maybe not. History doesn't always repeat, but often it rhymes. People like 4-year cycles. People like cycles in general. Human behavior, psychology, it doesn't change too much. Diminishing returns or not, we'll see. It's not very long for us to find out. Q1 2025 is a couple of weeks away, really. Now, one of the reasons I'm such a Bitcoin advocate is because the banks are fucked. They've been stealing your money in every way, just even the fees every time you tap your card, but just holding your cash in the bank. When they print more, they debase our life force energy that we've used to exchange our time for that. It's not even money, but that currency. And then this happens. Westpac, it's been 3 days this has been going on. One of the top 4 major banks, and people are not being able to get into their bank account. Johanna here, the useless Westpac bank has been down all day. Bitcoin has worked flawlessly for 15 years. Australia's trying to pass through this misinformation, disinformation bill, where they want to stop people like myself, the everyday person, people on X, people like yourself, to be able to say that the banks aren't safe. Leaving money in the bank is not safe. Anything that can incite fear that the banking system is not safe, they want to be able to stop that. But then you see things like this. The banking system literally is not safe. It's not working. It's not allowing people the service that they say they are meant to provide, which is access to your cash. That's saying he who controls the money controls the world. Maybe this is a test. Maybe it's not. Maybe something's just going on. But Bitcoin, it has worked flawlessly for the last 15 years. I won't play this video. Oh, I can play it a little bit. There are subtitles. It's in Italian. For any Italian listeners out there, 11 seconds. Otherwise, all of us, we can read along with the subtitles for the next 11 seconds.
Un tema importante riguarda le plusvalenze da Bitcoin, dove, visto che questo fenomeno va diffondendosi, prevediamo un aumento della ritenuta dal 26 al 42%.
That's basically what I want to bring up. We expect an increase in withholding from 26 to 42%. This is in regards to Bitcoin. These people are absolutely insane. So Italy to raise capital gains tax on crypto to 42% from 26%. This is according to reports. The price of Bitcoin will remain unaffected by the development, rising above 68,000 for the first time since late July. I guess it's pretty easy to keep 12 or 24 words in your head. Just stopped out. We can talk about that shortly. I think they're going to get a bit of a brain drain. There are also ways to avoid tax by not selling your Bitcoin. You can loan against it perpetually, over any 4-year time period. Again, history doesn't always repeat. Often it rhymes. Bitcoin's done nothing less than a double, 100% return over 4 years. Maybe that's the way to work around it if people are convinced to stay in a country that wants to steal from them, like every country, I guess. The Italian cabinet, they made a decision because the phenomenon is spreading because it's better money, clearly. Leo said of Bitcoin during a conference call Wednesday, according to Bloomberg. The move comes as Italy decides to strengthen its digital service tax as part of plans to raise more revenue on the 2025 budget. Usually doesn't work out that way for countries. Maybe they get lucky and people are willing to, number one, sell their Bitcoin, maybe not the greatest idea, but number two, stay in that country instead of just loaning against their Bitcoin, as well as number three, the price of Bitcoin did not care. People realize this is movable wealth, sovereign wealth, rising above 68,000. 1 week gain, 12%. We ain't seen nothing yet. So if you're Italian or any EU resident looking for a plan B residency, get in touch with the Bitcoin way. It would be wise to act fast. Totally agree with Tony. It is good to have a second passport, a plan B citizenship, in case something dystopian like this happens or the government comes out with some tyrannical rules. They shut down the country. They force you to get a jab and you're just like, nope, I'm going to use my other passport and get out of here. They're not that expensive. You can reach out to the Bitcoin Way channel partner. Not only do they do that, they help you master your Bitcoin self-custody and your cybersecurity. Tony used to work for Steve Jobs. The team has 25 years plus cybersecurity experience. A couple of things they can help you do. Set up your wallet node, air-gapped wallet. So your wallet never ever touches the internet. It never touches your computer. It's never connected via a USB. You're running your own node, so you actually can verify that Bitcoin is yours. It helps protect the Bitcoin network as well. Allows it to be decentralized, which is a benefit for everyone else using Bitcoin. For yourself, running your own node, it does allow you to have that Swiss bank account in your pocket. Barack Obama states Bitcoin is only with your own node though. And then they can help you buy Bitcoin KYC free. Really protect that stash, inheritance planning, cybersecurity, multi-sig. When you start to get up in your wealth, definitely that is your next option to go with once you've done an air-gapped wallet and set up a node. You can protect all your devices as well. But the citizenship, absolutely amazing service, very, very affordable. You'd think it'd be a lot more expensive. And then protecting your sovereign wealth, you can reach out to the Bitcoin Way. There is a link at the top of the description. And when you call them, the first 30 minutes is free. It's complimentary. They'll see if you can help you and they can lead you down a path. Or if you've got everything sorted, you're good to go. Now, Trump, we've got a couple of interesting things. His shitcoin, there's no other way to be able to say it, has absolutely flopped, which is good. The world is waking up. It's Bitcoin and Bitcoin only. There is no second best. Everything else is a scam. It's designed to take your money and put it into the pocket of the founders, the team members behind it. Same thing with Wilfy, but we will dive into just a little bit more economic news quickly before we get into that, and I'm not going to stick on it too much. Trump's just talking about imposing 100% tariffs on countries abandoning the US dollar as the world reserve. I'll play the clip.
If a country tells me, sir, we like you very much, but we're going to no longer adhere to being in the reserve currency, we're not going to salute the dollar anymore, I'll say that's okay. And you're going to pay a 100% tariff on everything you sell into the United States. And we love your product. I hope you sell a lot of it into the United States, but you're going to pay 100% tariff. He will then follow it up by saying, sir, it would be an honor to stay with the reserve currency. That will be like just playing. That's not even chess, that's checkers. But you don't.
All right. So this was posted by Simon Dixon. If the live chat, if you can let me know what your thoughts are on Simon Dixon, and is he okay to be able to reference, at least in this context, we'll make sure we keep the signal high. But when you sanction, have to apply tariffs, and I think he hits the nail on the head with this one 100%. When you sanction, have to apply tariffs to bribe countries to use the dollar, you've officially reached shitcoin status, 100%. Agree with that. And then we'll dive into shitcoins with Trump. Trump's crypto project, it was a flop. All the insiders who are looking to dump on retail are probably sweating bullets after this, but it seems like people are finally figuring it out. There is no second best. Bitcoin only. Trump-backed crypto coin misses the $300 million sales target. It raises less than $12 million. Was it just a cash grab? Is it something innovative? Very much doubt it. Anything innovative will just be added on top of Bitcoin. We'll dive into what Adam Back is doing. That's some real signal in regards to Bitcoin. Let's not dwell on it too much. I do have one thing that we can... I'll bring in Trump. Let's just get it over and done with. It's not that one. Yeah. We'll get it over and done with. We'll rip off the Band-Aid. So Small Hands, crypto project endorsed by US Republican presidential nominee Donald Trump, pushed forward with a plan to raise hundreds of millions of dollars by selling tokens, but demand for World Liberty Finance Wilfy token provide underwhelming, with an Ethereum wallet connected to the effort holding crypto proceeds of just $11 million. As of press time, we're roughly 3.6% of the amount allocated to the public sale, not even to cover a reserve for the basic expenses. Loyal readers, the protocol. I bring this up for a very important point, but we'll get to it. Loyal readers of the protocol will recall CoinDesk first to report in September. Secret plan to Wilfy, mostly confirmed a couple of weeks later. We also chronicled the dismay over the project from hardcore Bitcoiners who typically hate the idea of selling easily minted tokens, prompting some of them to reconsider their political support for Trump. If it's not Bitcoin, it's a shitcoin. It is designed to make you less wealthy. And the money goes back to the founders pretty much in every single case. It's why it's Bitcoin and Bitcoin only. All right, that's out of the way. We won't bring it up again. This is the dude from Pubkey. Pretty interesting. Talks a little bit about Trump, but he talks about everything here, and I like the point he makes at the end. It's a little bit longer, 2 minutes 36, but I reckon it's a nice signal this morning. So let's get in. If you can smash the like button, and if you haven't already, and you like Bitcoin, number go up, technology, hit the subscribe button. You will get the news with the fast facts, but let's play this video.
We reached out, I guess, to everybody, right, Tom?
Yeah.
But Donald Trump took you up on it.
Yeah, so about 7 months ago, we reached out to a lot of the campaigns. It was a longer conversation. I think they were initially perplexed, like, what is a Bitcoin bar? But, you know, we had multiple touch points, and then, I don't know, 6 days before the event, we got the notification that we were all systems go. Every day with Secret Service for 6 days.
Oh my God, really?
It's intense, yeah.
The real quick question on the bar. Only Bitcoin do you take, or you could pay for anything with any currency?
Well, cash and credit card as well.
Okay.
But Bitcoin is the only, I would say, alternative to the US dollar. We would go bankrupt if it was just Bitcoin, right? It's only 5% of our transactions.
Understood.
Yeah.
Now, that is kind of where it stands today.
That's still pretty bloody good though, isn't it? Like, Bitcoin holders are pretty unwilling to let go of their Bitcoin. Some people move fiat like into a Lightning account and use that as a spendings account. That's what I do, but my main stack I don't touch. 5% of however much revenue they're doing per year. That's still not too bad. And we're only 15 years into this thing. And everyone, like all the Bitcoiners know, if I use it now, if I sell it now, it's just going to be worth a whole lot in that beer. Maybe it's better to pay in fiat. Anyway.
Right, it's a very small percentage in this vast currency world that's dominated by the US dollar.
Sure.
And while, you know, the Bitcoin has sort of picked up, I think it's around the $63,000, $64,000 coin level.
Yeah, 67 now.
It's like waiting for Godot for it to hit, you know, pay dirt.
Well, there's been many booms and busts. It's had multiple 90% retraces. It's a volatile new asset class altogether. As a store of value, it's gaining steam. As a medium of exchange, that's going to take some time. As a unit of account, Bitcoin is money. It's a new form of money.
But it's a finite amount out there. So I would have thought that would have juiced it, as well as all the EFTs and funds tied to it. And it's still waiting.
Well, it's the best performing asset of the last, 10, 15 years, right?
Wrong. It's the best performing asset in all of human history.
If it's not the best, it's in the top 5.
From its very, very low levels in the very beginning.
Yeah, but pick your mark, right?
Okay.
So in 2015, we were around $300, $400 a coin. Like even in that time
period,
period,
where you got
9
in
years.
and all of that?
I started working in Bitcoin back in 2013.
Wow.
It took me a little while
So
to
you
get
are a very rich guy.
I was initially, no, nobody has enough Bitcoin.
Really?
But
Signal.
I was fortunate to be a skeptic first and actually work with some of the arguments. Andreas Antonopoulos, a great Bitcoin educator from the early days.
But there are more doubters still, aren't they? How do you counter their impression that with this administration, with guns at the SEC, they want to kill it?
Yeah, the Biden administration the last 4 years has been pretty aggressive. You have Operation Choke Point 2.0. Nick Carter has done a tremendous amount of work on breaking the story.
What are they afraid of? That it's going to...
It's unclear. You'd have to ask them. But the oversight and the overreach from a regulatory perspective has been, pretty damaging on the entire industry the last 4 years.
I think I believe the most important message Thomas said in that was no one has enough Bitcoin. The gentleman's been in since 2013. I've been here since 2019. Nobody ever has enough Bitcoin, ever. It's just a fact of Bitcoin. So hopefully you got to one. And if not, TikTok next block. Please go as hard as you possibly can to do whatever you can. Obviously not financial advice, and keep a roof over your head. But whatever you can get now or in a 4-year time frame, it's the most you're ever going to have, in my opinion. Jason A. Williams. The house I bought in 2020, it cost 136 Bitcoin in dollar terms. 4 years later, it cost 20.6 Bitcoin. Do the math. Study Bitcoin. We definitely don't have enough Bitcoin. That's my thoughts this morning. Block height, 865,960. The exchange rate, 67,634. We can explore that a little bit more. But, bummer. 1,479. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. I wonder if we're under 1,000 sats by the end of the year, or even by maybe not by the election. It's too close, in my opinion. Market cap, $1.34 trillion. This number, it's still a bloody good deal. For every $1, you get 1,479 sats. I do prefer the red days. We are sort of going up into number go up times where we're going to have not more green days than red, but we are in October. Q4 is very, very bullish. And then when we get some certainty around the election, whoever the president turns out to be, I think the markets are going to go in for a good time. History doesn't always repeat, but often it rhymes. We've been harping on about UTXO management consolidating your Bitcoin. Hopefully people have done it, because this is absolutely absurd. Priority 135 sats per VByte. Something's going on, or this is not right. But they get extraordinary, even anytime. 6. How long was it? Like 3, 4 for? So please pay attention to this. If you haven't done any UTXO management, it makes sense to. It truly does. It's not very hard. If you need help, reach out to the Bitcoin Way or watch a tutorial. But this number, bloody hell, 136, Jesus. Let's just go to the hash rate over the last 24 hours, 682. It's down 4.54%. Block time, it's pretty much on target. I haven't seen it sort of like that for a while, 10 minutes and 1 second. 145 over 144. Bang on. Bitcoin just works. Now, Adam Back, I pulled this out of order. Let's bring it here. What an amazing man, this gentleman. Adam Back, creator of eCash and one of the founding members of Bitcoin, tongue-in-cheek. Blockstream, they raised $210 million with Folger Ventures to expand Bitcoin infrastructure, boost layer 2 tech, and grow their Bitcoin holdings. So what they've got going on, Blockstream raises $210 million from Folger Ventures to boost layer 2 innovation, increase Bitcoin holdings. I just want to say, with everyone watching, we'll get into a bit of a banter. We've got about 8 more articles to get through. So if you're going to hang around for that, if you've got any questions in mind. And I've got a really special guest coming on tomorrow. It's Scott, and if I get it right, Scott Phillips, but it's Scott, the Chief Investment Officer from the Motley Fool. We got into a bit of a debate, cash versus Bitcoin, holding it over a 2-year time period. I sort of agree with his points. He sort of agrees with my points. He's not a Bitcoiner yet. And he said it was starting to feel like a bit of an intervention. But if you're tuned in tomorrow, we will go live, Scott and I. And I just ask that you are respectful with him. And let's just see if we can get him to understand why it is so important to own just a little bit. They've got a very big platform, the Motley Fool Australia, and then sort of, their subsidiary or an affiliate with the Motley Fool in the US. Huge audience, an important person in Australian finance. So let's see what we can do tomorrow to be able to, I don't know, lay a couple more seeds and water them and see if we can just push him over the line a little bit more, because he doesn't have Bitcoin yet. Anyway, we'll that'll be tomorrow. So hit subscribe and the notification bell so you know when we go live. It should be a really good rip. But Folger Ventures to boost layer 2 innovation, increase Bitcoin holdings. Blockstream, they raised $210 million from Folger Ventures to expand Bitcoin infrastructure, layer 2 tech and tokenization efforts. What a cool dude. Blockstream, Bitcoin infrastructure firm, announced it has raised $210 million convertible note financing round led by Folger Ventures. The funds will be used to develop its layer 2 tech, increase Bitcoin mining operations, and expand its Bitcoin holding. Everyone just wants those sats. Adam Back, he's been here from the very start, and he realizes he does not have enough Bitcoin. The company aims to strengthen its position ahead of the next Bitcoin market cycle and take advantage of growing institutional interest in Bitcoin-based infrastructure. So the layer 2 tech and financial tools. Now, Aqua Wallet, if you haven't downloaded, I'd suggest download Aqua Wallet right now, today, off the App Store on iOS. I don't know about Android. Android's another shitcoin. So is really the iPhone at the moment with all the security updates and stuff they're pushing. It's just total rubbish. But Aqua, you can use main chain, Lightning, and Liquid on there. It's really cool to be able to play around with it, and you get your seed phrase as well, which is super cool for a hot wallet on your phone. Definitely check it out and play around with Liquid. Blockstream's core tech include the Liquid and Lightning networks, which are intended to meet demand from enterprise seeking secure financial tools built on Bitcoin. These solutions combine in the public blockchain security with private or federated configurations catering to specific business needs. Liquid focuses on enabling companies to tokenize real-world assets such as bonds and stablecoins within the Bitcoin system and integrate them into traditional financial markets. Dr. Adam Back, Blockstream's co-founder and CEO, said the new funding would support the company's growth. And he also welcomed the appointment of Michael Menkovic as Chief Operating Officer to help lead future initiatives. Welcome, Michael. It goes on. It's a pretty good article, but they're the main points this morning. Now, good news, Google. They've sorted their stuff out. They do have the prices in Australian Pacific pesos. It's obviously worth a whole lot of nothing, but Bitcoin, $101,806.96. Australian buckaroos, baby. So we broke the 100K yesterday. Well, obviously, we broke it last time. We hit the all-time high. The highest it's been in Australia, I believe it's about like $111,000. But the point of showing this is Google has sorted their stuff out. You can see it. The peso, Argentine peso. Holy moly. Didn't think Bitcoin could get to 1 million. It's at 66,265,873. Wow. Let's just have a look. Belize. Shout out to Belize Hoddle if he's in the chat this morning or watching the replay. 136,168. Just currency. It's all worthless. All of it. Everywhere. None of it's backed by anything. The Vietnamese dong. Let's have a look. Holy cow. 1.689 billion. Well, everything goes to zero against Bitcoin. Let's hit refresh. So this morning is a little bit higher than where it is now. If we go on the chart, we do have the nice 67,697.36 cents. But let's bring it up on the chart. We'll have a look at the wiggly lines over the last 24 hours. We did get above 68,000, $68,257. Did we get higher here? No. 68,250 looks like there's a little bit of resistance there. 66,450 was the low. High 68,257. It's only a $2,000 move. I can't wait. We're going to get $5, $10, $20, $30,000 moves to the upside, but we're also going to get them to the downside. And that's just Bitcoin working as intended. You know, as Thomas was saying, Bitcoin, it's volatile. It's really, really volatile. But just because something's volatile doesn't mean it's risky, in my opinion. Not being exposed to Bitcoin's volatility is the most riskiest decision someone could make. I caught up with Luke, business partner for RareJerk, yesterday. His parents were there, which was great because they're helping us. You'll hear about it next week. But doing something, we had to put like hundreds and hundreds of stickers on these packets. Anyway, I was talking to his mother about Bitcoin and captive audience. So it's absolutely great, but wrote down a whole list of steps to do, and she should be going about buying Bitcoin today, or at least setting up her account to get that underway. Here in Australia, though, with Bitcoin, like some of the banks, Commonwealth Bank, you can only move $10,000 a month from Commonwealth Bank into Bitcoin or any digital asset, shitcoins, whatever. So that's sort of like Operation Choke Point 3.0, but then you just pay ID, because Commonwealth's my main bank account, but I'll just pay ID to ANZ or Westpac, and then I can just send it straight from there, and then it hits the account. But people, they are waking up. Bitcoin's closing in on its old all-time high. People realize something fundamentally is wrong. They are starting to get it. Big money is coming. It's, but yeah, I guess what I'm trying to say is what I ended up telling Luke's mother is on the way to buying, like as you're waiting for the cash to go, Bitcoin's going to go up, up, and up. And then as soon as you buy, it's probably going to come back down. And that's just going to happen. And just to expect it, and then just look at the next 4, 8, 12, 10 years out. That's really how you should see it, not day to day. She's like, cool. Like, I get that, but really needed to drive that point home. You'll buy it and then it'll crash, and that's just how it goes. But if you don't buy it, it's just going to keep going higher. It always works out like that. Anyway, let's carry on. Oh, they're useless. We brought them up at the start, but Bitcoin construction worker chiming in, MyGov and my ID, obviously moving towards digital IDs. They did say it wasn't mandatory here in Australia, but I believe as people in Victoria trying to go for their forklift license, digital IDs, they're not mandatory, but he could not get a renewal of his forklift license without having a digital ID. That sounds pretty forced on the population to me. Very little choice. Very, very little choice. We already talked about Trump's shitcoin. We will not be going back there. This is a little bit interesting. We're towards the end of the news, but Carnivore King, I am on day 30 of the carnivore diet. I'll do an update on X. I won't keep it here, but I do like bringing in one thing in. So we talked about spring water, not having fluoride, and your toothpaste in your water at all. Obviously, eating more meat. I just think beef is a superfood, but this was just interesting. 12% of Americans, mostly men, are eating half of our beef supply. News research and then KLS.com, 88% of Americans are metabolically unhealthy, says Utah scientist. Here's what to do about it. I dare say it is Eat Meat, Bitcoin Repeat. Channel is sponsored by me and Luke as well, rarejerk.com.au. Went up yesterday and picked up heaps of jerky. Well, not heaps. There's probably about 8 kilos that we've got on the store ready to sell. Original jerk, Dad's barbecue, absolutely insane. The double smoked is off its head. And then there's a chili one coming out. It's hot. Like it's so hot. Crazy hot. So we're just working out if we need to put a warning on that, or we need to tone the chili down a bit. But you can pay in Bitcoin now as well. That is, if you go here, hit pay in Bitcoin, and you are sent over to Lightning Bazaar or BTC Pay server. The only thing I ask is doing this because we built this on Squarespace instead of WordPress. We had someone build it, and I thought it would have been on WordPress, but it ended up being on Squarespace, which absolutely sucks. You can't really integrate much. with it, just add shipping to the cart. You only need to do it once, but you can see the flavors there. And we've got the big bags in stock as well at the moment. But for all the Bitcoiners, the manifesto, it's what we stand for. It's what we're here for. Eat meat, Bitcoin, repeat. Primal and purposeful. Bitcoin. Bitcoin's the monetary superfood. Beef is nature's original superfood. That's news with the fast facts. If you're hanging around for a bit of a banter, g'day, welcome on this grand and glorious day. Well done for being here. It's exciting times. It's truly exciting times. I look forward. I really enjoy the red days. I enjoy the green days. I think the cycle that we're about to go in is going to melt people's faces. It's people's brains are going to explode there. I don't know if anyone's bullish enough for what we could potentially see. And even if the cycle flops, which the probability of that happening for me, I give maybe 5%. We just wait another 4 years and it's going to be bigger and better. I don't think that's the case. I think what's happening now is indicative of what is to come. But shout out to everyone watching live and watching the replay. If you can do us a favor, it's free, costs you nothing. It helps the channel a lot. It's just smash the like button. It will help YouTube push the Bitcoin message out there. I greatly appreciate it. $68,000. It's so close, yet so far away. It was really close before, $40 odd away, but we'll see if we get there. 69,000's in play. Like I've been saying for quite a while, we broke above 64, finally. We held it with conviction, which was the criteria. We had to get above 64 and hold it with conviction. We have done that for the last 2 days. And we're closing in on $68,000 on our way to 69. Once we get to 69, hold that with conviction, new all-time high, imminent, like pretty quickly. And maybe that happens just after the election, maybe just before. We'll see. Trump's odds on, at least on Polymarket, they're out of control, hey? I think like instantly, that will just catapult Bitcoin. Both presidential candidates are good for Bitcoin. Neither of them can stop printing money, so it doesn't really matter. And us, they're just going to want your tax dollars. Greetings, brother Sean, Johnny Midas in the house. Good to see you this morning, McLovin. G'day, legends. Let's do this. Lightning Goat doing some awesome stuff. Everyone, check out Lightning Goats on YouTube. It's pretty bloody cool. Hi from Austria again, Jurgen in the house. Mate, I wish we were both back at Mount Borbor snowboarding. That was such a cool day. G'day, my fellow Bitcoin OGs, Retro Beaver, Mick Lovin. There are so many OGs in the house. Simon Picali, g'day everyone. I love this message. It is a good day. Be positive and attract positivity. Absolutely. Retro Beaver, Bitcoin to the moon, Lightning Goats, 10 million a coin before 2030. People say that's so much hopium. Stop spreading hopium. I don't disagree. And whether it's $1 million or $10 million, I reckon we're at about $1 million or over the six-figure range by 2030. That's mine. Hopium or not, I don't know. I'm not going to find out for another 6 odd years. So let's check back in then. But I dare say money printing is going to speed up. I think we're probably going to go into the biggest debasement cycle in human history. You know, we saw that 4 years ago. Last cycle, it did amazing things for Bitcoin, but it's sort of sad as well. The higher the Bitcoin price, the worse the world is for people without hard assets, which is the majority of people. Like this wealth gap, the middle class, they've been decimated over the last 4 years. The ones that are still hanging on, they're either going to be the haves or they're going to be pushed to the have-nots. And that, it sort of reminds me when I was in Brazil, and we went there, a girlfriend at the time, her uncle's wife was Brazilian, so we went over there for their wedding, and they were definitely the haves. And it was just amazing. It was so opulent, and all these people came in and sung and played the drums, and it was like a ball. You know, it was like it's sort of like a fairy tale. It's very fake anyway. Just a lot of money, a lot of wealth being thrown around. And then you like see the favelas and just the poverty and stuff. And there's like, I didn't notice any middle class. There's either people very, very, very rich or people very, very, very poor. I think without Bitcoin, that's coming to wherever you are in the world, everywhere in the world. That's my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm not, but I think so. But the higher Bitcoin price is, the bigger that gap is. So I guess what side of history do you want to be on, the haves or the have-nots? Because the people that have can do more for the have-nots. So that's up to you. Just enjoy buying Bitcoin below $1 million per coin. 100% retro. Beaver, Bitcoin was engineered to be attacked. The elites just don't get it. They don't. I think they're frustrated. Elizabeth Warren, did you see the clip of her? Is it John Deaton, or maybe I'm butchering his name. Maybe his name's not John at all. Let's just see if I can bring it up. He shills XRP. He's just talking about a shitcoin, but he sort of destroys. Yeah, I think this is it. I think this is it. It may not be the right one. I haven't prepared it. I just searched for it, but I'll play it.
Yes, listen, you notice she still avoids the issue, and she just misled the voters again, because I said that I had a victory fund. I was trying to get state legislature people elected because the one-party system's not working in Massachusetts. Again, Senator Warren misled. But here's the thing. Senator Warren lives in this hyper-partisan political world where she's defined by party. You notice it's Democrats are great, Republicans are bad. I got news for you, Senator. All of you suck in Congress. All of you. It's a broken system. I'm disrupting that system.
That was not the video I was looking for, but what a guy. John Deaton, good on you, man. You're all bloody corrupt. That was so good. But there is one where he's sort of, that's probably it, simply Bitcoin. It's a little bit long, 3 minutes 41. I'll just repost this, check this out. On X at Sean Clark 911. And let us know if you are watching on X this morning. It's the live chat feature on X. It's not that great, is it? He's starting to get there. Like, you can minimize the videos and stuff. And I think it'll be good for watching videos and podcasts and the Bitcoin news live like this. But the live chat, the interaction with it, it's just not there just yet, in my opinion. But if you are on X, say g'day. Let us know. If you share the video, this live stream, I'll follow you back as well. That's my promise to you this morning. Afraid of losing their monopoly over money? 100% they are. Bitstack P is the gentleman that made the intro song for the community. Thank you so much, brother. Greatly appreciate it. I think it's some pretty cool tunes to start the morning. McLovin. I was the 21st person to push the like button. Brian, you are an absolute legend. Top G, thank you so much, man. It really does help, obviously, push my channel out there. But the more people smash Bitcoin like buttons, hit subscribe on Bitcoin YouTube channels, over on X accounts as well, it pushes Bitcoin. And that's the mission that I'm on. I believe that's my purpose in life, is just to get people to understand they should read the books or they're going to end up eating the bugs. It's not a joke. It's not a drill. The World Economic Forum, the World Health Organization, the Bank of International Settlements, the IMF, all of the kleptocrats in power, all of them are trying to take control through your money, through your thoughts, and every single way they want to take away your rights. They want to crush your soul. This is a fight, I believe, between good and evil, and you have fucking evil people like Senator Elizabeth Warren coming out with a whole lot of nonsense, gaslighting people, lies, programming, propaganda. I believe Bitcoin brings us back to truth. It brings us back to purpose, back to light, back to life. That's why they hate it so much. So if you can do me a favor, smash the like button and share just Bitcoin in general. People need to wake up. They need to pay attention to Bitcoin. This is a great book. Joseph will be coming on potentially next week, maybe the week after. I've got a pretty big schedule. We'll be at Cheat Code next week in Sydney. Let us know if you're going. If you want me to bring some jerky, let us know. I can bring it, and then you don't need to pay for shipping. But message me on X for that as well. No drama. And I'll do a deal. Today, if you order in Bitcoin off the website, don't add the shipping to your cart. But for today only, we'll cover the shipping your end. I'm very hesitant to give deals like that. That's a hell of a deal. I promise you, it's the best jerky you've ever eaten. But anyway, I also believe Bitcoin is the most important thing that we should be paying attention to. Beef, eat meat, Bitcoin, repeat. I think those two are life hacks. I understand not everyone eats meat, but for the people that do, it's a superfood. Anyway, sorry for the shill. It's good. It's just so good. It's the other thing that I'm passionate about. I hurt my back last year and like couldn't walk pretty much for 3 months. Took 9 months to recovery. The first 6 months were absolutely excruciating painful. Sat in the hammock, I ate steak, eggs, and jerky. Got a whole lot of sun. It was took a long time. Did a whole lot of physio. Got there, but hands down, it was the meat, the high animal fat, protein, and there. It's a superfood, and then stacking sats is a superpower as well, I think. 100% agree with you. McLovin, Brian Ward, thank you so much. He's Satoshi, I'm sure of it. Adam, Bit Stack, I assume you're referring to Adam. Hopefully we never ever find out what it is. It's a little bit of fun, but yeah, it is 100% better off we don't know. We never know. Let's not turn anyone in. McLovin, it's been a minute. Hope you've been well. Doing good. Got into a Bitcoin debate with a Motley Fool employee the other day at the bar. Still thinks Bitcoin is magic internet money. Everyone will get it at the price they deserve. They definitely do think Bitcoin is magic internet money. And in a way, it is magic internet money. Bitcoins, they don't exist anywhere. Like, oh, that's crazy. So how does it have value? And you learn about UTXOs and everything, but like a 0 to 1 event, total digital scarcity just in the world. Yeah, it's a shame. Like people like the Motley Fool and stuff, they're so entrenched in like the traditional financial system. They're not willing to put in 100 hours, and it's 100 hours minimum. It's really like 1,000 hours should be people's focus, and I think that's sufficient. And 1,000 hours, maybe you get enraptured with it, and you keep going down the rabbit hole, and it leads like to everything, because he who controls the money controls the world. Money touches absolutely everything, and currency that we have currently is not good. It'll be an interesting conversation, but let's see if we can be respectful tomorrow and get him over the line a little bit. You know, even if he is to allocate 1 to 5%, that'd be pretty big. But then maybe the Motley Fool can start sharing about and actually send the signal, because it is that hedge against inflation. It's the answer. Bitcoin fixes this. It's the answer to pretty much every single problem over time. Nearly every single problem, in my opinion. But yeah, Brian, we're going to see how it goes. It'll be interesting. It was an interesting conversation that I had with him and actually how all this started. Mr. Robbers, good to see you this morning. Hey, Sean, Brother Bull, I rewind and watch the rest later. Just going to chill with you for now. Freaking legend, man. It is good to see you this morning. Not playing the music. Yeah, Benjamin J, he is the music guy. Cool. PS, losing their Monopoly money. 100%. Yeah, just shout out to Bitstack for making that intro song for us. Hey, Sean, been too long. Been catching up after live streams too, man. Brendan, it's good to see you this morning. James, bloody legend, mate. It's good to see you on X. Best signal in Australia. Appreciate your proof of work. Mate, I appreciate you putting in the proof of work. We're all on this journey. Like, that's what's so exciting. Every Bitcoiner I deal with, they're just good people. When that Bitcoin documentary came out, I'm like, how do I watch this? Somebody from the community DM'd me their username to be able to log in, to be able to watch it on Foxtel. Like, that's absolutely crazy. We've never met in real life. And Bitcoiners are just so kind because they want to share the signal. They want to share truth. Like, I was just absolutely blown away. So, James, well done, and thank you so much for being here. Bitcoiners are just truly the best people. Welcome to the Carnivore life. It is just so good. Today's day 30 of Carnivore, but I'm counting as day 29 because I didn't make a video yesterday. I'll extend it. In general, I eat very like ketogenic diet. So I'll be eating steak and eggs probably every day for the rest of my life. Maybe not every single day at lunch. I'm not sure what I'm going to do at dinner. I'm not sure what I'm going to do afterwards. Just trying to go down the don't trust verify. So I've done 30 days strict. I want to see if I implement something and then watch it. And it'll probably be like sweet potato. Some people call it kumara with heaps and heaps of butter. I think I'll try that with steak and eggs. and see how my body reacts with the fiber, the starch in there, the sugars, having things that aren't animal based after a whole month of being strict. It's going to be interesting. And that's the journey that I'm going down. The carnivore diet, hands down, is the best I've ever felt in my entire life. Absolutely amazing. The burns I got, like I don't get sunburnt since eating more and more of an animal diet, but like I blew up a spray paint tin. Full story, I was cutting a spray paint tin with an angle grinder over a rubbish bin. I don't advise it as the stupidest thing I've ever done in my life, or one of the stupidest things I've ever done. And then it just like went up my face, my chest, my arm, my nose and stuff. People are asking yesterday what was going on with my face. So that was it. So it wasn't sunburn, it was burns. But I noticed where I was really tan, like even if there's the same heat on there, it didn't burn or blister as much as it went browner, but it didn't blister. And I put that down to sun and animal protein. But then, like that aside, like that's just my speculation. How I actually feel internally, it's just fucking amazing. There's no other way to be able to say it. The last 30 days, there's been like, it wasn't all smooth sailing. There's 6 days where I had the keto flu, which was like fucked up. Like I felt like I had influenza. There's 2 days where I had caffeine withdrawals because I went from 20 to 30 cups of tea with 2 tea bags in each cup to 0. Well, I went down to 1 and then I went to 0 the next day. So I had that. But aside from that, like freaking amazing, absolutely incredible. And cuts, like even the scars and stuff, they're healing pretty quick. Like that was a bit worse than what it was now. That's like sort of burns and going, and even on my face, yeah, they're starting to come off. My nose will probably take a little bit of while, and then my arms, I don't know. We'll see what we can do over a week, but it's pretty cool. Anyway, thank you so much, Dutchie. I know carnivore is not for everyone, and I know that's not for everyone. My wife doesn't eat red meat. She eats chicken and fish mainly, or seafood. So I get it. It's cool, but for the people that are on it or that do eat red meat, doing 30 days, it's well worth verifying for yourself. For me, it was like absolutely freaking amazing. And truly, I believe beef it's the original superfood. It's just the best. Love you, cuz. Absolutely. Robbie. Stay safe for the signal, bro. Oz needs you. Yeah, don't do dumb shit. Please do not cut spray paint tins, as I did not think that through. Eat till you're full, then don't eat again till you're hungry. Don't eat by the clock, eat by your body needs. 100% how I do it. Usually it's about 11:30. I eat between like 11:30, 11:45, just naturally. I like look at the clock. Oh yeah, that makes sense. And then I'll have dinner by 4:30, finish eating by 5, and then fast all the way in between. But yesterday, I didn't start eating till like 12:30, and then I ate quite a bit of jerky. A lot of jerky because we were packing up hundreds of bags yesterday for what's happening next week. I ate 2 steaks, like the restaurant that Luke owns, just absolutely amazing, award-winning. So the jerky is made like an award-winning restaurant in Luke's restaurant, Michelin star chefs. Luke cooked me these 2 steaks yesterday. Holy moly, it's the best steak I've had in a very long time. Just absolutely incredibly cooked perfectly, and a whole lot of tallow as well, which I brought back to try myself here. But I ate that and then came home, ate some eggs, and that was it. And then today I'll eat, 11:30 after the gym. But definitely, yeah, just listen to your body. It's such a natural way to eat and up the fat. James, stay safe. Truly appreciate you, brother. Everyone, thanks so much. We are here. Bitcoin, 69,000 sooner rather than later, even if we get a pullback. Like, where we are now, like, I doubt it's going to 58,000. I'd love it to. But that's such a strong level of support. I just don't see, even in a Black Swan event, it going down below that or below it for very long. We never know what could happen. And coming up to the election, I think some crazy shit. Like there's a potential for it for sure. They're going to try whatever games, both sides, and you know, if we get more cybersecurity hacks and attacks and things like that we've been warned about, programmed about, you know, for the last 14 months from mainstream media around election time, doesn't surprise me. What's going on with Westpac Bank, I don't know if it's a test or they're literally having issues, but they warned us about cybersecurity attacks and stuff happening with the top four banks, telecom communication providers going down. We had CrowdStrike go down as well. It's pretty interesting. Like all these things just feels like they're just checking and seeing if they can get the temperature check of the sheeple out there. So we don't know if there's going to be a black swan. If we get a black swan, comes down at 58, like even 48,000 is another really strong level. Probability, fairly unlikely, 48, 58, maybe more likely. But say like $58,000 is sort of where that like really super strong support is, and we're at 67,000 and $10,000 difference. It's absolutely nothing because we can just make it up the next day. And if it hit $58,000, I think it would skyrocket. I would deploy a hell of a lot more. I'm still deploying as well. The price is really irrelevant, but like at those areas where we get stuck for so long, they're pretty good buys. So I think we're not safe. It's a volatile asset, but I think if we can just not pay too much attention day to day with the little moves, because I think the oscillations are going to ramp up, and just look out like even over a week or a month at a time, it's just going to keep stepping up for the next little wee while. What exchange do you use and are recommending when you talk to folks like Luke's mom? I use Swan, but they're currently not able to service foreign clients. I do recommend some personally. I don't professionally, or professionally on the live stream here, and a couple of reasons for it. Never keep your Bitcoin on an exchange, shitcoin casino or a Bitcoin only exchange. I think that is the worst thing you could possibly do. And if I was to recommend an exchange, and I have in the past, and they suffer from low liquidity or their withdrawal fees are very high or something goes on or they get hacked, you know, I don't want that responsibility. I think with Bitcoin, people need to take 100% self-responsibility. Maybe the Bitcoin way is more comfortable to be able to say it, but just any exchange. Whoever's got the cheapest fees, so you get the most amount of sats per your dollar, whether they're Bitcoin only or a shitcoin casino, your mission is to get as much Bitcoin as possible for as cheap as possible and get it off the exchange. It has to be in cold storage. When I say buy, stack, and then chill, you buy it, the stackers move it to your cold storage, into your stack straight away. And then you can relax, you can sleep easy. I know that's not a real good answer. I know it's a pretty rubbish answer, but that's what I'm comfortable with, is use whatever exchange out there. I don't even want to list names, but don't leave it on the exchange, please. It's just not worth it. You know, even Coinbase, the biggest shitcoin casino in the world, it's got the most amount of liquidity in the world, locks users out, prevents them buying and selling, transferring. They're all shit. They're just a tool. And there's some better than others, but yeah, please don't leave it. I wish the Bitcoin well was here in Australia, because you can't keep it on the exchange. You have to attach your wallet to it straight away. So as soon as you buy it, gets deposited in your wallet. That's how that should all be. But, you know, then people need to take self-responsibility for everything. Anyway, going to get out of here, get to the gym, eat meat, Bitcoin, repeat. We'll see you tomorrow with Scott. If you haven't already, hit subscribe, turn on the notification bell. That's going to be a very interesting conversation tomorrow. I think with Scott, if you've got any comments, any questions, any ideas to be able to get this gentleman over the line, he is a high net worth individual. They've got the Motley Fool platform. They've got a large audience out there. It'd be great to be able to get him to pay a little bit more attention and start to put in the proof work, because he's not going to grok it straight away. So if you've got any ideas how to achieve that, reach out to me on X. I'm very accessible. Appreciate everyone. As always, please do something nice for yourself today, for somebody else out there, whether it's helping an old lady cross the road, pack her bags in the back of her car, or you just share the orange pill message. It's pretty simple, and the best thing about it is you'll feel good, and the better you feel, the more good you can do. It's a pretty cool cycle. Anyway, we'll see you tomorrow. Peace.
Everything seemed normal. Successful businesses were functioning as they usually should. Money was being placed in the bank as savings. Life was good. Nobody notices anything funny. But 2008 hits and all hell breaks loose. Everything we thought about money and the banking was a complete lie, a complete sham, a Ponzi, a scam. The whole world fell apart and a lot of people got hurt financially. And as a result of this, the Bitcoin white paper was born. But yet the same mistakes keep happening over and over again. People are leaving money on their institutions up until the last straw, FTX, when billions of dollars were lost, families were decimated, life savings were completely wiped, and people were wondering what on earth just happened. We have an option to take full custody of our funds, and that's Bitcoin. We just have to learn the process. It's not hard. It's just something we've never had to do before. Otherwise, the same mistakes are going to keep repeating themselves, and people are going to continue to get hurt over and over and over until they learn you need to exit the system in order to protect yourselves and your loved ones.